Here we go. Boom! And it's out of the park there. Hello, folks. Welcome back to another awesome episode of Tommy Talks. Bam, 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 bam. Welcome back to Western North Carolina. Tommy Talks, the most electrifying show here on the Tommy NC 2010 channel. I'm your host, Tommy NC 2010. And tonight, I have back off another creepy critter of the night. Yes, another person that makes you shriek in your bedroom when you open the closet and has a fearful laughter. But this guy does it out of love. This guy scares because he cares. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Insanity the Clown. How are you doing tonight, Insanity?
I'm doing good, Tommy. How are you, brother?
Oh, I'm doing amazing. I tell you what, I have peeled back the layers of this onion, which is called the clown community, which is insane. Just all of you that just come out of the onion, that is the clown community. That's not no offense. I hope you don't take offense to that. But there's because ogres have layers, donkey. Like a parfait? Like a parfait? No, donkey. Ogres have layers. Well, I'm making
Yeah,
waffles.
there are many layers to the clown community.
Now, what inspired you? What provoked you to become a clown exactly?
Oh man, Tommy, I've been in love, had passion for clowns since I've been a young person. I grew up watching, Bozo the Clown. Went to circuses. I've always loved clowns. It's just amazing, And I always knew in my heart that I was a clown myself because, I always liked to entertain, always liked to make people laugh. So, uh, this was an opportunity for me to actually come out and do it. I mean, there's a lot of clowns that paved the way for all those other ones. And I've been following a lot of them for a while before I decided to go ahead and introduce the world to insanity.
Now, do you work at haunts also, or are you just starting out in the haunt business?
No, I have worked at haunts before. I have not used this character. I have done different roles at the haunts before. So, but this coming up next season will be different. I don't know if I will actually be working at a haunt here locally or if I'm going to be going elsewhere. But I do plan on going out to Colorado Springs and hang out with Primo at Sinister Haunt.
Well, that sounds awesome, man. That sounds like definitely you are lining yourself a path to stardom and to growing your character. And I have to say that what is do you guys get jumped at a lot? Do you guys get a lot of hate a lot in the clown community?
Oh, well, of course, there's going to be hate. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're in the clown community or you're in cosplay or any other type of group or thing you do, you're going to have haters. I mean, it just comes with the territory. When you're an entertainer, there's people who are jealous or just don't like you, period. So you just got to learn to rise above it and ignore it is the
I
biggest key to it and try not to acknowledge them
hmm,
because if you acknowledge them, you just fuel the fire.
hmm. Now last night I was watching a broadcast between you and Chiller, which shout out to Chiller. We're gonna be having Chiller on here also for an exclusive interview, just like we have Insanity. What was going on last night, Insanity? What was going on in the clown community? I understand there was some tension in the clown community. What exactly entails that, sir?
Well, I don't know if it's what you call tension, but there's a new group called United Haunt Clowns, which exists of Chiller and Frosty, Spirit and Soul, Fritzy, Dripsy, Sadie, and myself, Insanity.
Okay.
Well, when we were broadcasting for the first time off the United Haunt Clown page, and we were in the middle of doing the Jelly Bean Challenge. And we got kicked off and we got banned for 24 hours because we were reported by two different people saying that we were a gang supposedly and saying violent things, which was completely untrue. We're not violent. Our group is clean. We don't believe in drama, bullying, or anything like that. We are neutral. We have nothing but love and respect for all the other clowns and their groups. So it was just a little upsetting to have that happen on our very first feed off our group page. So that's why Chiller and I decided to go ahead and do a feed off his page and to let people know that we're still here. We're not going anywhere. And all you're doing is going to make us drive harder to make this even more successful.
Now, a
So
question for you: if you were to write a book, what would your book be called, based off your character?
the day in the life of Insanity.
Wow, that is definitely. Would it be gripping? Would it be emotional to the creation of Insanity, or would it just be of? Would it be like a kid's book, or would it be an
Well,
autobiography?
it could be both ways, but I try to make sure that when I do my feeds, they're for children and adults. So if I was to write a book, it would probably be kid friendly as well. So everybody can enjoy it.
That's definitely an idea I'd love to give you. With your such friendly background, you should really think about finding an author and writing up a book called A Day in Insanity, and like have a joking kind of thing where every single clown is featured in the book, and maybe like a at the end it's like a big clown tea party. Everybody's preparing for a massive party, and all the clowns there, Relic, Screech, and like just one massive storyline where every single clown is featured in the book.
Well, yeah, that would be pretty awesome, but it's kind of hard, just for everybody to even get together. I mean, just because everybody is so spread out throughout the United States, and over the pond. As you're aware, is, Spirit and Soul are from the UK, Dripsy and Sadie are from Italy. So our group is, not just only here in the States, it's also in the UK and Italy.
Well, no,
So
I'm Insanity. I'm talking about a book. Like no one has to be there. Like they can be drawn in. It's a kid's book. Their image is
well,
used in the book. That's what I'm
yeah,
talking about.
there's a lot that goes into that, because everybody and their character have their own ideas and what they're going to do, and to get a hold of every single person that I would love to put in it, would take a lot, you know, because there's a lot to go in because everybody has their characters and their own ideas of what they're going to do, and and I don't blame them if they don't want their name or their character being used by another clown. So
Understand?
I don't know about that. So that's a lot of
A
a lot
work.
of legal work there and everything else.
Now, does is there a lot it goes into prepping yourself when you become Insanity? Do you go through like a little thing before you step into your studio and start entertaining the masses? Is there something that you do to start this ambiance of Insanity?
Oh, of course. I come in, about an hour before my show. Usually sometimes I'm talking to my other clown brothers and sisters, and I turned my music way up, and I sit in my recliner and lean back, and I just relax and think about what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it, you know. So, yes, I have a ritual, always come in, sit in my recliner, turn my music way up, and block out everything else and focus my energy into insanity.
So basically, you transform yourself through this ritual to become insanity. You kind of you block everything out and you focus on it, and insanity comes to you, and then instantly you are insanity, and everything is gone, and now you in your mind are insanity. Am I right?
Of course,
That's very
me
interesting.
me being insanity, it comes natural. Like I said, I love to entertain people. I love to make them laugh, So it's just getting my mind clear, forgetting about everything that's going on outside in the world and focusing in on trying to make everybody's day a little bit brighter.
Now, how does your family feel about you being doing all this? What is their opinion on this?
I have full support from my family,
Wow.
from my wife, on down to my siblings and family. They all support me. They all knew that I've had a passion for clowns and skulls and horror movies, so they all kind of figured someday I would end up doing something. They just didn't realize it was going to be a clown, but they knew I was going to do something.
Now, where can you get this awesome mask, by the way, sir?
This mask that I'm wearing was made by Face Factory FX.
Right there,
This,
folks. You can go to that company right there and get yourself a custom mask and start your own character.
yes, there's plenty of other mask makers and prop makers out there. I mean, Tony Buck is amazing. I mean, if you ever went and checked out his Facebook page and checked out his mask and his props and things, they're just totally amazing. You have Jimmy Woods, he does awesome work right along with Cellar Door FX. I mean, there's plenty of more. Just like as you know, Relic has Shattered FX for his mask. So there's plenty of places out there to get a mask from.
I took a look at that mask, and it's a cool mask, but that is expensive, by the way. That sucker
Oh,
is, you know.
yes, the masks are not cheap. I mean, it depends on how much you're willing to spend. How far are you willing to go? I mean, a lot of people, try to start off and get a cheap mask, and it's hard. I mean, if you don't have enough energy and things like that, and you don't have the drive, then you're not gonna make it. I mean, you got to be passionate about what you're doing. You got to love what you're doing, and you got to put everything you have into it. And that's what I do. And I have an awesome friend, Chiller, who is just an amazing clown and amazing person. There's not enough I could say about Chiller. He's always been there since day one with advice and things like that. And, you know, it's good to have people like him in your corner, to help you out because other people don't have that privilege to have someone, who's been around for a while and willing to help you. So just like, I chat with Spirit and Soul, and then there's my good friend Mishka, you know, those people have been there with me since day one. So I have nothing but mad love and respect for them for all they do. And it's like I've said before, Tommy, every clown out there brings something different to the table, and that's what makes us unique. A lot of people say, well, your mask looks like his mask. Well, of course, there's going to be a lot of duplicate masks out there. but it's about how you do it and with your character and how you express him, which is what sets you apart from everyone else.
Wow. You know, I have to say that, you know, what you do and your angle where you point towards is very interesting. It's a very entertaining way that you, and you say it in your streams. You say, "I do this to bring laughter to people." And I've turned some people on to you, by the way. I some of my friends hate me on Facebook because I share nothing but whenever the clown community goes live, I share, and everybody's just like, "Tommy, quit sharing this to me." And some people actually get hooked. I want to give a shout out to my friend Jason. Uh, he's a big fan of yours. Could you give a shout out to my friend Jason Lungsford?
Jason Lungsford, hello. Yes.
Yes, he says he out of all the clowns, he said he likes you. He says you're very funny. He loves watching your streams whenever I do share it with him.
Well, that's awesome. I appreciate all the fans and followers that I have. Without them, wouldn't be here. And like I said, I try to acknowledge every single person that comes in my feeds. We try to have a good time, good conversations, and of course, good music. So,
Now, I'm curious, out of like every night that you have, has there been one night that you have been so overwhelmed with either the love or the hate? Has that just you're so overwhelmed that you've had to walk out of your studio and take your mask off and just sit down and like push yourself away from it? Has there ever been a night like that? It's been hard for you.
uh, not so much. I mean, I've never walked away from a feed, nor will I ever. I mean, I've had a couple of Sundays, shows where I've had up to over 280 viewers at one time. And it can be a little overwhelming trying to keep up with everything. And as you know, I don't tolerate the bully and the haters and that. And normally I will not acknowledge them. I let my admins and my manager take care of them, you know, because I'm not going to interrupt my show and entertaining the people who want to be there to acknowledge these people who just want to come in and be disrespectful and rude.
Now, have with you keeping your identity secret, now have you ever had trouble with people trying to stalk you, trying to break down and find out who you are? Have you ever had that trouble?
No, I haven't. I mean, there are going to be people who want to. I mean, just like I said, it comes with the territory of being a clown. Some people just want to do it just to do it, and it's sad, that, you trust somebody and then they turn you around and they do that and put your human out there, which is completely wrong because, as well as I know and there are people who have a big fear of clowns, you know, and I've had people message me telling me they're gonna kill me and so forth, and I'm like, okay, have a nice life and block them. Like I said, I'm not gonna acknowledge them. I'm not gonna give them the satisfaction. So as of right now, no, I haven't had that issue really. Just, I've had hateful messages and things like that, but again, it comes with the territory. So you got to kind of have a tough skin for it because if you get upset or easily offended, then you might be in the wrong business.
Let me tell you something, folks. One thing about that one thing Insanity does. You notice Insanity is wearing his own shirt. He's wearing his own gear. You can get, is it Shadow Effects? Am I right that you can get the shirts? Am I right?
No, my shirts are on redbubble.com.
Check out redbubble.com, folks, and also check Dolls from the Dark Side. You can get
Yeah.
yourself a mini Insanity, as well as a mini OC Screech and a mini Relic, and that's where a lot of the clowns sell their gear, their mini figures of themselves. If you want to check out
Yes.
Dolls from the Dark Side.
And also another person who makes clown dolls is Savannah Moody, and she does a lot of drawings and paintings of clowns, which she is extremely amazing and talented young lady. So between her and Dolls from the Dark Side, you know, the Dolls from the Dark Side, I can't say enough. I mean, the detailed work that she put into, relics and Screeches, Coco, and even mine is just, it's amazing. I mean, I love my little mini Insanity. I know he's running around here somewhere trying to get in my candy cabinet.
Jeez. Those guys are like gremlins. Now, does Dolls from the Dark Side, since it's your image, do they send you a free one, or do you have to buy one yourself?
Well, it doesn't. If it depends on how well your doll is selling. If your character doll is selling very well, then you can talk with her and she will sponsor you. I mean, I don't expect her to do anything for free. That's just my opinion. But you know, I've have talked to her and I've had a couple of dolls sold. I just ordered another one that should be here that I'm actually going to do a giveaway here shortly for Mini Insanity.
I tell you what, I'm always trying my best to like. I never win anything, dude. The only thing I've ever won is this play button right here. That's the only thing I've ever successfully won, and I'm
Well,
always.
you got that relic poster though.
Oh yes, I did. I was very excited. Yes, I did win the relic poster. I've been wanting to win.
Enjoy.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for the $2 donation. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it.
Poopy 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 poopy
Oh my
poopy
God.
poopy 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 poopy
What?
poopy
They're just, it's a donation. They type something in there, and it just says poopy, 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 and poopy. I'm sorry.
poopy 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 poopy.
Poop,
You
poop,
gotta
to poop.
love
I
people.
don't poop for nobody. It's a rap song that I made up a long time ago.
Got a potty? Got a potty.
Got a potty, cause to poop, I don't poop for nobody. Poop to poop, I don't poop for no one. Funktaculous, HD Funktaculous at ReverbNation.com. I'm a YouTuber and a free spoken rapper. I may be white, but you know what? I can rap.
Right on.
Yo, his name is Insanity. He's coming down with the chain. He's rapping around, making you laugh every single day. Watching out for the clown community. They coming after you, making you laugh every single day. Yo, his name is Insanity. Manity, nothing but a granity. He's coming out with the purple mask and the mask and the blast. Blast from the past and the sass and the bask. Break it down, that's what his name. His name is Insanity. If you hear his laughter, that's that's your cue.
You hear my laughter, you know I'm coming.
You hear his laughter, you know he's coming. He's Mr. Insanity. He's gonna drop an H bomb on you, Mr. Insanity. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Little taste of Funktaculous that when I perform, I try my best to provide the best entertainment. Of course, after I'm done rapping, I can't remember any of the original words that I said in my rap song after I recorded them.
Well,
Oh, jeez.
gotta have a pretty good memory to be a singer or a rapper. You gotta be able to remember your own songs.
If you were to ever make a show and you were to have every clown featured and you were the host of that show, what would you call that show with all the clowns featured in it and yourself?
Hmm. That's a good one. there's a lot of good titles that you could probably use. I mean, hmm, I don't know. That's a really good one. Could be like "Welcome to My Nightmare." Uh, let's see. I don't know. You kind of caught me off guard on that one.
That might be an
but
idea for for something for the clown community. At some point to make a convention up for all of you guys that you guys can go up and meet and perform to all your fans and a gathering of the clowns and the gathering of the minds of the insane. Maybe that would be an interesting name, or a relic, and everybody, all the clowns can get together at one time of the year. Everybody gathers together, unites, and they entertain the massive audience. They sell their merchandise, and it's just a whole clown out. New clowns, old clowns can come and just unite as one and entertain underneath one roof. You know?
yes, yes, like my brother Chiller would say, "Rock out with your clown out." yes.
Speaking about Chiller, I spoke to Chiller. I had a personal conversation with Chiller, and the man is truly, he really is truly a good man, and that's why I'm going to interview. If anybody watches this interview from the clown community, understand this. Here are the things to get on this show for an interview. You need to have a Skype, and you need to tell me what your Skype information is so I can add you, okay? That's how I conduct the interviews. I've been trying to tell all the clowns that's how I conduct the interview, is with the Skype information. So if any of the clowns are watching, please know that you need to have some Skype information so we can do this interview the way it happens here on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I would like to see you interview a lot more, especially, all the other clown groups that are out there, all the individual clowns that are out there who are not part of a group. I mean, there's so many of us out there. And like I said, I have nothing but mad love for every one of them, you know, and especially my group that I'm now officially a part of, the United Haunt Clowns. We're a real close knit, tight family. We all are pushing for the same goal, is to entertain and, make people forget about all the, ugly stuff going outside in their life for the day, just for that hour, 2 hours, depending on how long we go live. But that's the goal, just want people to forget about all the negativity going around and any bad things that are going on in their life, try to take it away at least for a little bit. That's the whole goal, of the United Haunt Clowns. We just want to be able to provide some good entertainment and help people forget about all the negativity.
Wow. That is truly inspirational. That truly is very motivational on what you just said there. A lot of people, I think the new clowns don't understand what you guys are doing. And they're just doing it from a scare perspective, but you guys are doing it from an entertainment perspective. And you guys understand where you guys are coming from.
Yes, we're all on the same page, each and every one of us that are in this group. And we all understand that this is a goal that we're reaching, is stay the way we are, not go to the extreme, dropping cuss words or, anything negative. Our feeds are always positive, trying to have a good time. Because I love to have a good time. And I know you do too, Tommy.
I try my best to stay positive, and I do have my moments where I do have my sour moments, but I try to stay positive as much as I can to my image, to what I am.
Well, it's hard, You can't be 100% every day. It's life. There's things that happen that you can't control. you know. So, hey, even old Insanity here has some off days. Trust me.
Now, is this your full time job, or do you have a job? I'm curious.
No, I do have a full time job.
Oh, okay. So
So,
even with your friends, no one knows that when you go home that you put a mask on and you transform into this different character. Does anybody in your personal circles know that you're insanity?
no.
So not even like your closest buddies that you have lunch with, no one knows that you go home and become this character at all. It's
Nope. I keep this separate from work. Like I said, things happen at a job. You never know. Somebody you might have a problem, and the last thing I need is them to come into my feeds and blasting and being negative. So I try to keep that separate from the circle of people I work with. So
it's kind of interesting. You don't know if you're sitting across from somebody that dresses up like a clown. You never know because these people are mysterious. They're secret, and who knows? It's a mystery. It's a mystery that you could be sitting next to your buddy and you'd be like, Bob, are you a clown? What? Did you just call me a clown? Do you wear a mask when you go home and do live streams on Facebook? No. But secretly, Bob does. Bob goes home and puts a mask on, puts makeup on his eyes, and entertains the masses. Now, I'm not saying that Insanity, his name is Bob. I'm just saying that that's the image that I used for to express what Insanity does. And every night he comes home, he rests, he gets up, and he goes out and he entertains. And but Insanity, we reached part of the segment where you can ask me one question and one impression. It's just a part of the show.
hmm. Well, Tommy, what made you want to interview people? What made
Well,
you decide that you wanted to be a talk show?
it was well. Actually, I had started my YouTube channel, and I had been making vlogs. And my friends came to me, Alex, Milo, and Drew, some familiar names that people might know in my community. They said to me, Tommy, you need something. You need a talk show. And I'm like, I don't need that. And they're like, yes, you do, Tommy. That's how you could connect with YouTubers. That's how you could connect with all sorts of people. So, and they said, okay, Tommy talks. And I'm like, okay. So I just went with it, and the show has developed. I have gone through some controversial past, and it has been interesting along the road of how Tommy Talks has been developed. Tommy Talks was originally on a Google Plus Hangout, and then I developed it to be here on Skype with me and just the guest. A long time ago, I used to have MCs on there, but I kind of changed the format, and the MCs left. I said thank you for your services, and I appreciate for what you guys did. And they left, and I developed the show into this right here, Tommy Talks, and just trying to interview the interesting and the strange and the difference in entertainers, different ways of people that entertain here on YouTube.
That's awesome. Very, very awesome. Because
Thank
you're
you.
pretty good at it. You're really good at it. I'll tell you that.
Thank you so much. I should tell you right now, personally, inside me, I'm nervous. I'm afraid to screw this interview up because I want to do the best to provide a good interview for you and a good interview for my audience right now. That's what I'm nervous about. Like, that's what I'm shaking about. I'm always on the edge of just that fine line of keeping a crease level of professionalism and entertainment.
Well, it looks like you're getting it hammered down pretty good there, buddy.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Oh.
Now you have an impression. You could throw any impression and I'll do it.
I don't know. I heard you do a pretty good impression of Elmo there.
Just a second.
Well,
Hi everybody! Just want to tell you hello to everybody. Elmo loves you all. Elmo loves insanity. Tickle me, Elmo. Elmo loves the world and everybody.
yes. That was awesome.
I should warn you. I in private and behind closed doors. I do get perverted with Elmo. I make Elmo say things that Elmo shouldn't say sometimes.
There you go. An Elmo after dark.
Honestly, I have thought about getting an Elmo doll and having a segment on my channel, Elmo After Dark. Or I'd have to call him Umo, because the license name. You know,
Yeah, you don't want to get in trouble for that.
I actually a long time ago, when things were going on with my channel, I mean they still are, but I wanted to make a show about puppets and have this one puppet that goes through all this, and I was gonna make it was an idea, but it never happened. It was called the Puppets and Drug Hour Show, and basically what it would do is it would teach kids what the effects of different drugs were. And this puppet would do different every episode. He would experiment with a different drug and show you what the effects are of that drug. And I decided that in my best interest not to do it, because I thought, my image is positivity, and what kind of person would I be to promote drug use? And but it would be for the educational value of teaching kids why it's bad to do drugs at the same time. You know?
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I mean, a lot of people would probably think that you're, using puppets. I mean, it's done. I've seen stuff like that before, but I've also seen the haters come and shred them apart.
Yeah, it's um I have definitely I was there was one show, Glove and Boots. You ever heard of them?
What was that?
Glove and Boots. You ever heard of them?
Mm, can't say that I have.
They're a YouTuber group, and they one guy dresses up, one guy has a puppet like a beaver, and Mario. I don't know what he is exactly, but they're not making YouTube videos now. But I still watch their channel, and you should search it up, Glove and Boots, and it's truly funny. And one of the segments on the channel is absolutely funny about being a jerk, about being a tourist, and it's one of the funniest videos. Just search up New York jerk, tourist jerk. You'll find the video. It's one of the funniest videos I've ever watched. I kind of got inspired from them, but I kind of took a basis of saying, you know what, I'm busy with my channel right now. Maybe if something happens in the future, I might do it, but I decided not to do it because that's not my image. Drugs is not my image. Positivity is my image, and entertaining is my image, and that's what I decided to do.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, focus on the main thing that you're really passionate about doing, and it seems like being a host and interviewing people seems to be something that you're really driven to do.
Yes, sir. Now, Insanity, is there anything that you want to plug before we end the show here? Is there anything that you would like to tell the audience or tell your audience yourself that you have any announcements or anything like that before we end the show off here tonight?
Yes. Don't forget, people, follow and like United Haunt Clowns. There's a whole bunch of us in there. You want to come check us out? Don't forget to go and check out my page and Sandy the Clown, plus Chiller and Frosty, Spirit and Soul, Fritzy, Dripsy, and Sadie. You know, check all of our individual pages, but you can all find us all together at United Haunt Clowns. And stay tuned because there's big things coming through this month of December, and 2018 is going to be even better.
Well, I can't wait, and people can't wait either to see what's going to come out of this. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in to tonight. We have Insanity the Clown right here. Boink, boink, boink. Right over here. And I am Tommy NC 2010, the most electrifying YouTuber on here on YouTube. World Heavyweight, MTV's Made Comedy Central's champion of the world. And as always, subscribe, support, stay positive, and keeping you on the inside fact. Catch you later, folks. Thank you so much, Insanity, for joining us. I hope you can stay a little bit after. But I'm Tommy NC 2010, and you guys have
You're welcome, Tommy.
Thank you, sir.